I'm blessed and highly favored.
Hey man, that went over real well, bro. It went over real well.
It really did.
You did a great job, man. You did a great job.
And, and under pressure.
Under pressure, get it done, got it done.
And sitting down, having a meeting with you guys, and just listening a little bit about the services that you guys offer.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Piere, jump in there.
So the services that we offer is I have a six-month program helping kids express themselves and helping with their mental health, depression, and anxiety, allowing them to detach from their trauma and attach to their divine calling by expressing themselves with powerful words and positivity. And we got a workshop where I break down activities for them. We have the I am poetry affirmations that we break it down for them, and we show them how to use poetry to empower themselves and how to turn negative words into positive words. And we got a 6-month program, and then we can break it down into a 6-week, 4-week, 2-week, and a 1-week. And that's what it's looking like right now. And we just want to partner up to see what it looks like for us together to work together.
Yeah. Ultimately, we want to hear what you all's pain points are, right? Where are the issues or even the desires and goals that you might have that might say we could use creativity and poetry that could add value to those we serve, right? And so I know Piere shared with you some breakdowns of the program. However, it's also fully customizable. So based on your need and desires and goals, we can discuss how we can incorporate creativity into what you already have going on and see where that meshes.
What about kids that have cognitive delays or maybe are on the spectrum? How do you work with those populations as well?
I'm glad you asked that, because that's the third part. You got the age, the gender, the educational, but also the neurodivergent, right, students, where art is perfect for them.
Yes.
As we know, they just relate to it just in ways that we can't understand, right? So
and
go
we
for
have
it.
a program called the Art of Poetry, where I show the kids how to turn art into words and how to turn words into art. And we break that down, and we have an artist that's going to be doing the art as I go through the poems and walk them letter by letter, word by word, in a positive way to show them how their words can change the things that they see on the outside. You understand what I'm saying? Their art, and that work, your life is created, it's an art form, right? And you could change your life through creativity by the words that you say that come out of your mouth. And we're going to break that down and show them the art and the words, and how words can turn into art and art can turn into words.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for us?
I'm good.
I don't think so. I think, like I said, the next steps, if you guys can just send us a little workup of potential services over a 6-week period. Like I said, that'll give us a talking point with our admin, and we will probably look to reach out to you guys probably next week after our team meets and, move us forward, hopefully.
Awesome.
Blessed and highly favored.
Hey man, that went over real well, bro.
Huh?
It went over real well.
It really did.
You did a great job, man. You did a great job.
And, and under pressure.
Under pressure, get it done, got it done.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. How you feel?
I feel like I just got to keep taking action.
You
And I
got to
feel
take.
like I feel sometimes the unscripted things are the best things to move towards because you're going to take action. And you don't have to, God got the plan. We got to move in it. He
You
said,
see
work,
how well
faith
that
without
worked?
work is dead.
You see how well that worked?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Asking the right questions.
Yeah. The entire time you are listening to gather information so you can respond accordingly,
Respond accordingly.
right? Not just, that's why it's unscripted, right? We don't want to just run through a script. This show is unscripted, but this whole process is unscripted as well because we want to make this as catered to the client as possible, right? Yes, you ran down the programs that you have, the services that you offer, but I also wanted to make sure that we shared with them that all of this is fully customizable, right? So they know they don't have to just squeeze themselves into the default set services that you have,
Absolutely, which made a lot of sense.
right? So when I said it's fully customizable, I wanted to make sure they understood that they can share with us their pain points, their issues, their problems, so we then can best serve and solve their problems.
And then when I first came on to there, and they was asking me about the services, and I went from the 6 months on back
Very good.
because you was like you got to reverse engineer it. So
Very
I'm
good.
thinking like 6 months on back,
Right.
right?
Yeah, you gave them a wide scope of what we can provide, right? If they simply want once a week, for 6 weeks, for six, however they want to set it up, even and that's why it was so important for me to mention that as far as long term, right? It was very important for me to mention the fact about kids being discouraged after revealing so much about themselves, right? Bringing down their barriers and trusting the facilitators of the workshop or the series of workshops and then leaving when the program is over. And that does more damage than good.
And you had to let them be aware of that. Be aware of that because that already happened to them already. Their parents left them, right? And we don't want to keep repeating that cycle because that's not what poetry is about. Poetry is about the poet life, right? It lives on.
It's a
It doesn't
lifestyle.
die out.
Yeah. Yeah. So that does that. That also shows them that we know what we're talking about. It shows them that we know it shows them that we know what we're talking about, but it also shows them that we're not looking for a transactional relationship.
This is totally transformational. Transformational. We're building relationships. We're looking to have a long-term relationship. We're not trying to be one-hit wonders, as you would call it in the music industry.
Yeah, so they can see it now. They can see who we are, what we know, and how we can add value to them. And she even said, I'm not a creative person, but I'm excited to see what this will do to and for them.
She did say that. She was like, "I ain't no creative person, but I'm excited to see how it's gonna transform them
Right.
and help them." And I was excited hearing her say that. I was like, wow. And she just admitted, she's like, I'm not creative, but I'm excited to see some creative people come in here and work with the kids.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. So we have to work this evening because we have to submit that proposal and quote. Okay. So
Absolutely, which I have no idea what I'm doing.
right. So what I want you to do is to regurgitate all of what we talked about and jot it all down on a Google Doc. Let's get all of the information of what we talked about on a Google Doc. And let's discuss the parameters, the numbers as far as they said 6 weeks, right? 12 students per workshop, but also 4 dorms.
Oh yeah, I don't think I heard that part.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll break it down.
4 dorms. That's a lot.
They didn't call them dorms. They called them you remember what they called quarters? What did they say quarters? I can't remember. But ultimately just dorms in our minds right now. We'll get the specific word. But yeah, man, that was great. We were professional. I introduced myself as your business partner because I am in this regard. I was I was contemplating whether I wanted to reveal in that moment that I was your business coach. However, I will um, further down in the relationship, not the initial contact, but I wanted to make sure that they saw the professionalism. And I love the fact that they saw us um, s- professionally presented in how we will present ourselves to those students. What I mean by that is we don't have no suits on. We don't even have polo shirts on, right? We have our brands represented. We're wearing hats, we're wearing t-shirts, right? And it's good to show that professionalism comes in many forms. Knowing your stuff, right? Speaking correctly so they can understand, but it's not always in a suit because here's the thing. Let's say we did have this meeting with suits on. I would imagine that they would think that our students can't relate to these guys. They're all suited up. This was strategic for us to dress just like this so they can see that their students can relate and will relate to us. Okay.
Absolutely, because where that place is, I know where that place is. I know the kids that's there. Oh yeah, I was there a couple about 2 years ago. I filled out an application because I was trying to work there. Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you that
No,
story.
you didn't tell me that.
No, that happened when you first started coaching me a couple years ago when I was working as a dishwasher. I filled out an application and I was supposed to work there, and I didn't get hired. And I went in there. I met some of the kids. I seen the kids that go there, and they like they they ain't going for no one in a suit. No, they from urban neighborhoods and stuff like that, like where I'm from,
So
right?
you're, so you're going from applying to partnering
Absolutely. I filled out an application. I
in just
applied.
2 years.
Absolutely, in just 2 years.
That's that's powerful right there. That's
And I didn't know
powerful.
why God was taking me there. Now I know. you know, like God have you doing things that you don't, because He already had your steps planned, and He wanted me to feel the environment.
That's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
just finding this out.
Yeah, I didn't even mention it. It just popped up. I was like, oh yeah, I remember filling out the application. I went in for two interviews. Matter of fact, I met with the guy, one of the guys that worked there, and I gave him my book because he was like, man, this is awesome. You write books too? And I remember giving him my poetry book, New Life. And I bet you he still worked there too.
See, for me, and it looks like for you too, God gives you or gives us puzzle pieces to the full picture of the puzzle. And in the moment, it's frustrating that I just have pieces and not all of the pieces to put this together. And the pieces that I may have, they might not even match, but I have to keep the pieces that I have and work the pieces that I have.
Oh my,
Because when you begin to work the pieces that you have, you begin to attract the pieces you need.
oh my God. Say that again, Chris, for everyone can hear you. Comment in the comments below if this is reaching your mind and your heart. Say that again, Chris, please.
When you begin to work the pieces, whatever pieces that you have, whether it's the corner piece, the side piece, the middle piece, the oblong shaped piece, work the pieces that you have. Speak on the pieces that you have. Share about the pieces that you have, because you then become attractive, and then you begin to attract the pieces that you need.
Because you didn't build the garden instead of trying to catch the butterfly. Instead of trying to catch the butterfly, you built the garden for the butterfly to come too.
Yeah. And you know how excited you get when you got a large 1,000 or 3,000 piece puzzle, and out of all those pieces, and you finally get one that match. That's the dopamine that you want. You want to you the likes and follows are cool, the comments are cool, but this is the dopamine that you want. This is the productive dopamine that you want.
Absolutely. It's that taking the action when you don't even know some of the steps sometimes. You taking the steps anyway.
Yeah, man. Don't stop. Keep moving, no matter how fast or slow. That way you're still moving forward. So, what are you about to do now?
I'm about to start working on this.
So, find you a place, get stationary, find a library. What the time is this? Like 12:30 or something. How's it going with that or those lists of churches and schools and hotels in your area?
I started building those last night.
Good, good. All right, beautiful, man. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the work. You start working on that, and we will see each other this evening, and we'll get that quote and proposal together for this new client of yours.
Absolutely. Come on now.
You excited?
I'm super excited. And at the same time, I'm like, oh shoot. There we go.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
this the
Here
thing that
we
they
go.
talk about. People's
Right.
like this the stuff that people talk about, oh, the fear of success. No, I think it's the fear of doing the work though, for real.
Ooh,
Let me say that again. It's not the fear of success, it's the fear of doing the work.
yeah, because when the success comes, that means, oh, I got to work for real, and if I don't, all of this falls apart.
Absolutely.
So let's get to the work, bro. Let me know when you got something set up, and I'll look on my side and see what time we can get together. Congratulations, man! You did an awesome job.
Like, I've never even I've never came this far yet. But with guidance and belief, it's happening and the work. So we're gonna keep working all together. Everyone in the comments below, we're gonna keep working all together and we're gonna make this happen. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Everybody go to poetrybusinessnetwork.com. It's a free community of like-minded poets. This is what we're doing, as you can see. Get involved, y'all.